Hi, and welcome to the Dairy Product Mandatory Reporting Program. In this video, we're going to introduce you to the Dairy Product Mandatory Reporting System, or DPMRS. This is the system you'll use to report all qualified sales for the previous week starting from Sunday at 12:01 a.m. and ending Saturday at midnight. Please report sales transactions meeting the criteria outlined in the Mandatory Price Reporting Final Rule, 7 CFR 1170. Clarifications to the final rule can be found on the Reporting Specifications, Questions and Answers PDF. Market Information Branch is here to help. If you have any questions or concerns, please call or email us at dpp@usda.gov. You can also find our contact information as well as links to our reports on this website. Plant site, connecting to the system. In Internet Explorer, go to the plant site. First, you will be directed to a warning page. Click Continue to go to the login page. By this point in time, an auditor will have visited you, determined your reporting requirements, and put you in touch with the Market Information Branch to be assigned a username and password for the system. Enter the username and temporary password provided to you. Click the Log On button. If you have entered your account ID and password correctly, you'll be prompted to enter your new password following the criteria listed. Once the system accepts your password, you will be taken to the main menu. This will not happen every time you log in, just your first time and then again every 30 days. Plant site, main menu. Here is the main menu screen. On the upper part of the screen, you will see a toolbar with 5 links on it. Home, which is a link to the main menu. About Dairy, which is a link to the Dairy Mandatory Market Reporting website. Careers, a link to the USA Jobs website. Help, a link to the Help Guide. On the Help page, you will find DMPR Industry Web Interface User's Guide, written instructions on how to submit your data to the DPMRS. The Electronic File Submission User Guide describes how dairy manufacturing plants can create dairy product mandatory reporting data files on their own information systems and transmit them to the USDA. Account Maintenance page explains how to add, update, or remove email accounts. You can also email or call the Market Information Branch for any of these requests. Change Password explains how to change the password. Acquiring and installing client certificates describes acquiring and setting up client certificates. Certificates are needed to report data electronically and ensure a safe and secure transmission of data to the Market Information Branch. Exporting and importing client certificates explains how you can share certificates to other workstations. Only one certificate is needed per reporting entity. You can purchase more if you so choose. LMR Web Service Client User Guide is a set of instructions that explains how to access and pull large data sets of public DPMRP, FMMOS, and LMPRS data. Under Dairy, there is a list of each possible report: DY201, DY202, DY203, DY204, DY205, and DY300. This section explains the formatting that the files need to be in when they are submitted to the Market Information Branch. Contact us, a link to the USDA contact information. This toolbar will remain in your web browser, giving you access to the links regardless of where you are within the website. Left navigation pane. The left navigation pane has 5 selection items divided into 3 sections. The selectable items are My Dairy Account, which allows users to update their account information and log off the system. Account Maintenance, Change Password, Log Off. Browse by Commodity redirects users to the Dairy Forms menu. This is where you go to create your data files for submission. Tools redirects users to the PKI Client download page. PKI Client. The PKI client will allow you to sign and send your data securely over the internet. To download and install the PKI client, click on the Click Here to download PKI Client v4.01 link on the PKI Client information page. When the File Download pop-up window opens, select Save and save the application to your desktop. After the application is downloaded, open the application from your desktop to install the program. After the installation process has finished, you may be prompted to reboot your computer. If this happens, you may begin to use the PKI client after rebooting your computer. Otherwise, you may use it immediately. After you have downloaded the PKI client, you will need to download a certificate. Click on the Help at the top of the screen, then click Acquiring and Installing Client Certificates and follow the instructions. Please be sure to use Internet Explorer for this step. Submitting dairy forms. After you have successfully downloaded the PKI client and certificate, it is time to submit your data. Click Dairy, and you will be taken to the page showing the main menu for dairy forms, USDA Mandatory Price Reporting Dairy Menu. You will only see forms for products you report. On the right-hand side of the screen, there is a column called Populated Records. This column shows you how many records you have entered and saved in the respective form. The Populated Records column is a good way to review whether you have entered and saved all the records that you intend to send to the USDA. On the bottom left of the screen, you will see the Download button. Clicking on this button will download the data that you have selected via the web interface. This procedure saves your data in a comma-delimited file on your local drive to be uploaded using the PKI client. To the right of the Download button, there is a Clear button. This button is used to delete the saved files form. Simply select the forms that you would like to empty and click the Clear button. Once the data for a form has been deleted, it cannot be recovered. Each form is labeled by its USDA form title. For example, DY201, followed by the complete name of the form, for example, Butter Weekly Report. By clicking on any of the form links, you will be taken to a page showing the respective form. Entering data in the form. When you click on any one of the form links, you will be taken to a product form. First section. The top left section of every form contains the USDA AMS heading. In the middle of the section is the form name. To the right of that, there is an OMB number that signifies that this form has been approved by the proper authorities as a valid process of data collection for the Dairy Product Mandatory Reporting Program. Below that, there is a note box that you should read. You may scroll through the note by pressing the up and down arrows on the right side of the box. By using the system, you acknowledge that you have read and understood the note. Second section. The second section of the page contains various bits of information about your company. This information should be kept up to date at all times, or contact the Market Information Branch, or MIB for short, if you need to change the plant contact information, name, or identification number. Third section. The third section of the form is where you enter your sales data. There are 2 columns in each form. The items are in sequence, starting at the top of the left column, moving down, and then continuing from the top of the right column and going down. Click on the first item that you would like to enter data into and type in your information. When you have completed an information box, either click on another box or press the Tab key. Pressing the Tab key will take you from the information box that you are currently on to the next information box in numbered order. A pop-up window will appear if you have entered an invalid data format. The pop-up is pictured here. Fourth section. Before submitting data, review and confirm your understanding of the list of product specifications provided on the form. In addition, please confirm that the price per pound agrees with the pounds and dollars being submitted. You can use the Calculate Price button to assist you with this. When completing this section, please note that each separate record that you entered data into is considered a single page and will require a separate acknowledgement. To successfully submit the completed form, you must acknowledge that you fully understand all the listed specifications by selecting Yes from the box shown here. After your acknowledgement is complete, you may move down to the 5th and final section of the form. Fifth section. After finishing with the first form, you may enter additional data, such as revisions, by clicking the New Page button. Once you have entered data into multiple pages, the fifth section of the screen will include a Previous button to allow navigation to previous pages. The far left of the fifth section shows the USDA form title. To the right of the form title, you will see a different number of buttons depending on the kind of form you are viewing and how many pages you have saved. Save. The Save button is used to save the data on the form. The data is not used by the DPMRS until a PKI certificate has signed it. While the data are saved, you may come back to change and resave the data. Data is only saved for a 30-minute time period. If you exceed the 30 minutes, your data will be erased. This means that if you are entering data for more than 30 minutes, your data will erase. New Page. The New Page button will create a new page within the current form. This button is only available if you are on the last page of the form. Next. The Next button will allow you to move to the next page of the current form, if there is another page to view. If you are on the last page, then the Next button will be replaced by the New Page button. Previous. The Previous button will take you to the previous page. If you are on the first page, nothing will happen. Go To Page. The Go To Page button will take you to a specific page of the current form. For example, if you are working on the 5th page and would like to go back to the 4th page, instead of pressing the Previous button one time, you can enter the number 4 in the information box, which is directly to the right of the Go To Page button. And then press the Go To Page button. You will be taken to the 4th page of the current form. Revisions. Revisions should be made to any of the 4 weeks of data prior to the week being reported. Revisions are submitted anytime new data is available and should be submitted within the current week's data and accompanied by a descriptive comment explaining the reason for the revision. If a specific situation arises where the inclusion or exclusion of data is unclear, the plant should contact AMS for further instructions. Users will click on the appropriate form, enter the data, save it, and then download the information to their computer. When a plant has revisions, they can add the data to the current file by first saving the current data, then click on the New Page button and enter the data. Now that you have entered all your data, click Close Window. Check the Records populated column to ensure all the records are there. Check the boxes to the left of the screen and hit Download. Click Save as to save the file where you would like on your machine. Data Transfer. After installing the PKI client to your computer, you may manually upload data files with the PKI client or automate the task by uploading the data files to the DPMRS with the creation of a scheduled process. To manually submit a data file, start the PKI client, use the buttons in the top right corner to choose the data files for upload. To ready a file for submission, press Add and navigate to the chosen file. To remove an unwanted file after adding an incorrect file, choose a file and press Remove. To clear the list of all files, press Clear. Enter your DPMRS username and password in the corresponding fields. Choose a certificate that you have previously imported. If no certificates are found, please consult the guide for acquiring and installing client certificates under the Help menu. Select the primary server, press Sign and Send. After hitting Submit, you should receive a confirmation email confirming that your data was successfully sent. You will receive another email when we upload your file. If you do not receive these emails, please contact MIB. We hope this video was helpful. If you have any more questions, please contact us at dpp@usda.gov. Thank you for your cooperation, and we look forward to working with you.